Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
It's been a minute. Jen's been slacking a little bit.
Okay, so if y'all been watching Amber's channel, I've been helping Amber, okay?
And if y'all been watching David's channel, you'll know I've been over working at Pops's place on the dozer. So yeah, we just we've been busy on other things and really hadn't had a lot to put on our channel.
Right. But there's not a whole lot going on around our place. We've got some updates for you guys, but in general, Amber and I have been making progress at her house. And it's, I mean, we got probably, I don't know, another week's worth of work, and then maybe she can move into it. And then Wiley's been working over there. And last time you guys heard from us, we were down 2 vehicles.
Right.
So,
which luckily I was able to get Amber's vehicle fixed pretty much the next day.
Yeah. Tell them again what happened with that.
So,
well, let's go back before what happened to that. Like we had gone up.
Well, I'm gonna let you tell that story while I go down here so I can show them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna go get the parts so he can show you guys. All right. So we were on we had gone up to our friend Eric and Tracy's house. They live in northeastern Arkansas, and they had some stuff for Amber. So we had borrowed a big enclosed trailer from our friend Greg, and we were pulling his big trailer. So it was loaded down with a bunch of stuff, and we were, I don't know, 20 minutes from home, probably. And Amber's truck broke down. And we're like, oh my gosh. And just a few days before that, Wiley's truck had broke down. Transfer case had gone out in Wiley's truck. And then, you know, Wiley's going to show you guys what was wrong with Amber's truck. It's pretty crazy. We're stuck on the side of the road in the dark. And if you've ever been to Arkansas, you know that we don't have shoulders on the side of the road here. There's no guardrails on the sides of the roads here. And so we were on a steep embankment on the side of the road. The roads are curvy and windy, and so we found as straight of a spot as we could and pulled over.
And, you know, we was sitting partially in the roadway because you just couldn't get far enough off of the road.
No, you have like that rumble strip on the side of the road, and that's about the amount of shoulder you have in Arkansas. Is that, I don't know, 12-inch strip or whatever it is. So,
it threw the belt, and we got under the hood. Some of you guys probably already heard this story, but it threw the belt, got under the hood. The belt was there, but half of it was shredded. The other half was still good. So I was like, well, maybe we can just use that half of the belt, put it back on there, and get us, you know, somewhere safer, whether we make it home or not, at least get it down the road. We was 3 miles from a big wide spot that we could have pulled in, so I was hoping that I could have done that. So we get the small part of the belt put back on, and as soon as I started, it threw it right off. Well, I had just been telling Mikey that, you know, there's always a reason, or normally there's a reason, that the belt is thrown, you know.
If it didn't just snap, there was a reason that it, because
you've usually got, you know, something locked up, something broke, something, you know, something wrong that causes that belt to fail. Well, then I started investigating it after it threw it off the second time. I started investigating, and guys, I have been a mechanic all my life. I mean,
40 plus years.
Although I've always been kind of an older, you know, I like the older stuff. I worked on the older stuff. But for the last 5 or 6 years, I've been doing a lot of work on LS motors. And I have never in my life seen this happen. But, you know, normally a water pump, whenever it goes out, it's leaking water or it's not pumping water or, you know, whatever, for whatever reason. The water pump is still good.
Kind of.
But can you see that crack and that crack? This, where this presses on, broke in half. And it's like...
Yeah, it's not supposed to do that.
It's not supposed to do that, y'all.
If you didn't know, it's not supposed to wiggle like that.
That is the most insane break I've ever seen on a water pump, ever. No earthly idea. No earthly idea why it would have happened. But luckily, it was a pretty simple fix.
$300 later.
Kind of expensive, but a pretty simple fix.
Luckily, we have a guy that could fix it. Actually, Amber and I probably could have swapped it out, but it was better that.
And we got her back on the road that Monday. We was headed home Sunday when we broke down. Got her back on the road that Monday. And truck's been doing fine. No issues with her truck. Then comes Stitch. We decided the other day that we was going to, borrow the money to fix Stitch. And
we don't like borrowing money. We don't like it at all.
Everything that I could find was $800 to $2,500 for a new transfer case for Stitch. So I thought, hey, I'm going to pull the transfer case out and just see if it's rebuildable. Well, it's not. Everything. So a rebuild kit for the transfer case consists of bearings, gaskets, seals, and, some of them come with a new chain for the transfer case. Well, that alone was $500. But then I opened the transfer case up, and the planetary gear system is completely burnt up. Pretty much any movable part inside the transfer case was burnt up. So by the time I done the math, just to get the stuff to rebuild it was going to cost us probably $1,200 to $1,500. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to find a used one and see what I can come up with. So of course, on a Saturday, I get online and I start looking, and I find a place in Oklahoma City that has a transfer case with 94,000 miles on it for $670. And I'm like, that's cheaper than what I could rebuild this one, so let's just go get it. And Stitch has 90,000 miles, so it's very close, to the mileage and all that stuff on Stitch. So me and Pops, we leave out, what day was it? Monday morning at 6 a.m. we leave out. Because, on their website it shows it's in Oklahoma City, it's in stock, blah, 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 ready to go. So we leave out at 6 o'clock Monday morning. Well, we're almost to Henrietta, Oklahoma, 2 hours into the drive whenever 8 o'clock comes around. And I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and call them and let them know I'm on my way. And, pay for it over the phone, whatever I got to do to get them to hold it where it'll be there when we get there. So I call them and they're like, oh no, that we don't keep those in stock here. It's actually in Illinois, and it would take us a week to get it shipped down here. So here we are, 2 hours into a 4-hour drive, and now, at square one again.
But God is good, y'all.
Yes,
God is
absolutely,
good.
absolutely.
Sometimes it looks bad and meager and meek, but then there's a silver lining. Tell us what that silver lining is.
So I've got to give a shout out to B&B Auto Recyclers out of Oklahoma City. I called numerous places, but I called B&B, and he was like, I have one in the yard that's still in the truck that was an interior fire, so the interior had burned up on the truck. So we don't know how many miles is on it. And he said, because of that reason, I'll sell it to you for $250. And I said, how fast can you get it out? Because we're like an hour, hour and a half away. And he said, well, we've got, so much stuff lined up, and, we ought to have it out by 3 or 4 o'clock, whatever. And I'm like, okay, whatever we got to do. I'm over here. I got to get one. And so me and Pops, I had a couple other things to take care of while I was in Oklahoma. And we took care of that. It was probably about 1 o'clock, and we was headed on into Oklahoma City. And we was like, we'll just find something, to hang out and do until they call us and tell us it's out. So I thought, well, heck, let me give them a call just to see. And we happened to be 15 minutes away from the place whenever I called them. And I called them, and they was like, yep, it's out. I put you ahead of a couple other people, and we've got it out. Because I told them the situation. I was like, we're driving 4 hours, and these people told us that they couldn't, that it wasn't in stock, that they couldn't give it to us. So he was like, I put you ahead of a couple other people, let alone I had a 4-hour drive back home. And then They put us ahead of a couple other people. They got it out, and he's like, it's ready. It's sitting in the yard right now, ready to be loaded. So we went on in, got it loaded, and come back home. And me and Mikey got it installed today. Well, let me back up just a little bit. Whenever, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I even mentioned it or I have whatever, but, you know, of course, Stitch is four-wheel drive. That's why it has a transfer case. But since I built Stitch, the four-wheel drive has not worked. And I knew it was something electronic, but I just haven't really had time to dig deep into it to find out. Well, once we got the transfer case out, the four-wheel drive indicator switch on top of the transfer case, the wires was pulled completely in two. They wasn't even connected. So I was like, well, shoot, I'm going to fix that first before we put the transfer case back in. That way, you know, maybe that's all that's wrong with it. Guys, we got the transfer case back in, and everything seems perfect. It goes in and out of four-wheel drive like it's supposed to. Everything's working, and I have not taken it down the road for a test drive yet, but everything seems great. So, yeah. Like I said, I wanted to give a big shout-out to B&B Auto Recyclers up in Oklahoma City. Those guys saved my rear end in a big way. In a big way.
So, you know what turned out as a uh-oh ended up turning out to be a really great thing.
Yes,
because,
absolutely.
One, at least he was able to get the truck home. It didn't break out on the roads, or didn't break down out on the road somewhere. So that was a blessing in itself.
Right.
Secondly, you know, now the four-wheel drive works where it didn't before.
Right.
And third, even though that company that said they had it in stock didn't have it, it ended up, Wiley got one for a third the price of that one.
Well, here's the thing, too, guys. I mean, just, you know, I don't know. It's one of those things about putting your finances out there, but I'll be honest with you. I borrowed $700 to buy that transfer case. And because it was $670.
Yeah,
you know?
That wouldn't have even covered the seal and everything that you needed to put in it, because that was almost another $100. What the other stuff that you had? The
fluids, the seals, yeah, right.
The other tools and stuff that you needed, yeah.
But anyway, I mean, it was just an absolute blessing. With tax and everything, it was $274, I think.
Heck yeah.
And Stitch is back on the road.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Don't take that as like we're asking for anything.
No,
we're good.
No, we're good. I mean, I'm super happy about it. Super happy about it. So anyway, yeah. I mean,
so now we've got two vehicles back. Wiley's truck and Amber's truck. My Suburban has been broke down for, I don't know, forever.
Yeah.
So we have two vehicles, which is fine. But we went from having 2 to 1 to none within a week.
Yeah.
So within actually like 3 or 4 days. And that was stressful, to say the least.
Right.
So especially since Wiley had that dozer over there and it had been rented, and it was rented for a very specific amount of time.
Right. So
and
you
now
couldn't,
he couldn't work.
It's not like I can't, well, you know, I can't show up tomorrow because, you know, I've got a truck broke down. No, because the clock is ticking on this dozer. I had to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that put us behind a little bit, but everything worked out great. And then another blessing. I just happened to be playing around on Facebook Marketplace. I do that all the time. I just like to dream.
Wiley's a marketplace junkie.
I just like to dream because I can't ever afford to buy nothing off there. But anyway.
Except this time.
I run across a guy. Now, he's 100 miles away. We had to drive all the way to Springdale, Arkansas to pick it up.
When he says we, he means Michael.
Yeah, Michael. But he had advertised 3.5 massive rolls of insulation. So these things was 36-inch diameter, 6 foot long.
6 foot wide.
Or 6 foot wide rolls of insulation. And I want to say turned out to be about 50, 60 foot long once they was rolled out. For $100, y'all.
$100?
For $100. We really didn't have the $100. We had to borrow it off of Mikey. And then send Mikey to Springdale to pick it up. But for the price, guys, oh, man. And me and Mikey got on it yesterday morning, and we got up and rolled out insulation across the roof of our camp.
It makes such a big difference.
I cannot explain to you guys what a difference that made.
Oh my gosh, it makes such a difference. So if you know anything about tin, it is, or aluminum, what is it?
Tin.
It transfers heat like really good or bad, however you want to look at it. And so yeah, it was basically sucking all of our heat out, and like and so it was really, really hot, like up in the open attic, but it was still cool on the ground.
Yeah.
And it was like all of our heat was rising, and the cold air was coming down through the walls and underneath, and it was still, even though we had fire going, it was still chilly in there. So now...
although we still do have a lot of progress to make.
Yeah, we do.
That made a huge difference.
Huge difference.
And
then, more blessings.
Yeah, and then... Okay.
So we're counting borrowing money and spending it as blessings, guys. So, but anyway, this one was different.
I don't even know. They didn't even tell us who they were, did they?
Yeah, I think I got an email. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that, but I don't know who it is.
I don't want to name names because I can't.
Yeah, because they didn't.
I don't want to get it wrong.
And they didn't specifically say.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't ask them if we could really say anything. Anyway. We got, so I was playing around on Amazon the other day, and I come across, so guys, I want y'all to know something. If you go to our Amazon wish list and you see some of the ridiculous stuff that I have on there, it's not necessarily asking somebody to buy it for me. I put it on there so I can go back and look at it later.
Sometimes stuff gets put on the wrong list.
It's just easy enough, yeah, so it's just easy to hit my list, and I don't think about that being our Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
And it's, but anyway, I found a ceiling fan. It was supposed to be 12 volt. It turned out not to be. It's 110 volt, but it's still pretty awesome. 72-inch ceiling fan on there. And
that's a 6-foot ceiling fan.
So I put it on our Amazon wish list, and, lo and behold, the next day, it was shipping to us.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Like, whoa.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah. So, thank you. Wiley installed it yesterday.
I got it installed yesterday, and man, what a difference.
He's on the ladder, like, installing it, and he's like, it's so hot up here. After he put in the insulation, he's like, it's so hot up here.
I've got sweat pouring off of me up, while I'm working on the ceiling, but down on the ground, it's still cool down here.
Yeah.
And, but man, what a difference that thing makes.
Yes,
wow.
You turn it to where it's pulling the air down instead of up. So in the summertime, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the summertime, you want it to pull the cool air up, right?
So according to the instructions on it, you want it to be blowing down in the summertime. And you want it to be sucking up in the wintertime. Because it's supposed to take the heat and distribute it around and blow it, down the walls and back down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I had it backwards.
But last night I played with it a little bit, and I like the feel of it better whenever it's blowing it down.
Blowing the heat back down? Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. It is amazing. It's made a huge difference in there. I actually feel like now we're going to survive winter a whole lot better than we did last winter.
100%.
Yeah.
Last year we were under tarps.
Right.
This year we have a real roof.
Right.
We have insulation.
Walls.
We have 4 walls.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have 4 walls.
Yeah.
Not 4 exterior walls. We got 4 interior walls.
Interior walls.
So, yeah, it's going to be... So good things are happening around here.
Right.
Lots of blessings in disguises and thankful hearts.
I can't believe, because I couldn't even find anywhere less than, that $670 was probably the cheapest transfer case that I could find. And he was like, because we don't know anything about the truck, we can't tell mileage or nothing like that. I'll sell it to you for $250.
So we took a gamble. Man, it works. Let's Cross your fingers, y'all. I know God is good. Let's hope that God gives us, you know, at least a few miles out of it.
Right.
So this is Wiley's business. So the title of this video is going to be Back in Business, literally. Because he got a call yesterday about delivering some rock, and he couldn't because his truck was down. So
Right.
yeah, we can't even go pick up our tractor, or couldn't.
Yeah.
Our tractor is...
Tractor's stuck over at HQ.
Yeah. So we've even been without our tractor, and that has hurt more than anything, I think.
Yeah, because, I mean, me and my infinite wisdom, we went and bought a couple of bundles of saw scraps the other day. They want $25 a bundle for them. So we bought 2 bundles of the saw scraps the other day, and that's what we're going to be doing our interior walls with in camp.
Probably our exterior walls too, eventually.
Yeah, eventually, yes. But I thought, well, heck, I've got the tractor. We're kind of limited on space up here, so I'm going to drop them off down by Jeff's place, and that way we can just get it as we need it and bring it up here. And then here my truck breaks down, the tractor's over there. I have no way to get it here. You know, it's down there. We should have been already putting it in on our walls, but I can't. I couldn't.
Our only option is to move it board by board.
Yeah.
And then again, board by board. And that's probably how most people live, but we have gotten really used to having a tractor.
Oh, I'm telling you, that tractor's...
So, for us, so after you have a tractor for a while, you almost can't live without it.
Yeah.
Because you find all the uses for it. It's like, oh, that looks heavy. Let's go get the tractor. Nobody needs to break their back. Let's just go get the tractor. And the only time you have to work hard is in places the tractor can't get to. So. Yeah. But
anyway.
That's
been our week.
Yeah. And if you haven't been following on Amber's channel, you need to go check that out because we made a lot of progress on her place. We got her whole ceiling done.
Lots of progress.
We got her fireplace hearth done. I don't know what she's recorded recently, but we got her fireplace moved in. One of our jobs here in the future is we're going to try to replicate Wiley's video. I told her, I said, we need to do a parody video of your video on your channel. If you didn't see it, where he built the through-the-wall kit for our stove. I was like, we need to... I told Amber she needs to get some, like, something to put it on her face, like a beard, and be like, hey, guys, I'm Wiley. Welcome back to Working with Wiley. I can do anything with nothing, you know? Parody your video. That would be funny, because we're going to try to build the through-the-wall kit. I watched Wiley do it. I was the one holding the camera. And if I forget, I'll just go back and rewatch the video. We'll see. Wiley's so busy working and stuff. We don't want to bother him on stuff that we can do. But anyway, so we have to get the. Yesterday we went and scrounged up enough money to get Amber's stovepipe. So we got that up, but we still need to get it through the wall and finished installing. She's got to order some, or I think she ordered it today. I'm not sure. But some gasket sealer because her gasket on her door for her fireplace fell off. So she needs some more of the gasket sealer stuff. That
rope gasket that goes around the door, it don't have nothing that holds it on. So, yeah, she had to get some glue for that.
We got couches moved into her place. Yep. And she's got a bed in there now.
That stuff, the couches and the wood stove and all that, is the reason we went to Eric and Tracy's the other day when Amber's truck broke down on us.
They gave her a tiny dining table with 4 chairs and a really, really nice couch set. And then the wood stove. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. And a whole bunch of knick-knacky stuff. Our all-day Monday while Wiley was gone and Michael was headed to go get insulation, Amber and I spent the whole day going through that trailer load of stuff that we had picked up at Eric and Tracy's. We didn't even know what was in there. We just pulled up with a trailer and they had a garage full of stuff. And they're like, here, and it was already all boxed up. So we didn't even know what they were giving us. We were like, okay. So we went through all of it and sorted through all of it and stuff. And it took literally all day long.
Jen found some really cool little knickknacks to hang on our walls and all that stuff whenever we was going through things.
I'm super excited about it. I told Wiley, now I need shelves to put little knick-knacky things on. So yeah, we finished her ceiling. We still need to insulate it. We hung her door Although I don't
Hey, Mikey,
know if it shuts all the way
will you
yet
go
or
down
not.
and get the tin snips?
Because we had, when Amber and I measured out the door, it was exactly what it needed to be with the door shut. We didn't account for the fact that there needs to be a little bit of room for it to like open and close, you know?
Yeah.
So it was measured out at exactly what the size of the door was. We didn't know.
How many times have me and you built doors?
Okay,
And
I've helped you hang doors. I've never like helped you frame one out. And if I did, I was just holding stuff and handing you tools. You weren't explaining it as you went. So so that project took hours when it shouldn't have taken that long. But yeah, anyway, that's what we've been doing at Amber. So go over there and check that out. We've been making lots of progress over there. And now the rest of the week for me is going to be preparing for Sunday because Wiley volunteered me to host Thanksgiving dinner. So.
By the way, did you hear what David said?
Uh-uh.
You know, he goes in and has all his teeth pulled or all that dental work he needs done on Wednesday. So he said, I'm not going to be able to have Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So he said, that works out perfect.
Yeah.
I'll actually be able to get Thanksgiving.
I'll make him a lemon cheesecake that he can take home with him and eat after his surgery because it'll be all mushy. He won't have to chew it. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to have a group here. Yeah, so that's a lot of prep work. But I'm okay with that. It's more of like the making my house feel presentable to guests that I'm stressed about than the cooking. So, yeah, just because it's a construction zone around here. Every time we do something, we leave a mess. And
All right. Well, me and
outside
Mikey's
cleanup
got
messes.
things to do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we do. But we got to get off here. That was our wrap up, guys. Wiley's back in business.
Yep.
And yeah.
On the road again.
On the road again. Okay, Wiley, what do you say?
All right, y'all. Work hard, stay humble, and love God.
Love y'all. Bye.